Good afternoon, everyone. It's really nice to see you here, and it's a pleasure for me to host the year-end gathering for the eTwinning schools, celebrating what unites us, which is also our slogan for this year, but also the next year, since our annual theme is citizenship education, and the tagline is celebrating what unites us. So this is a special event and a special occasion for teachers who are part of an eTwinning school together to celebrate the achievements of the year that we are about to conclude. Therefore, we invited today Miriam and also Mario, two teachers from an eTwinning school, to present their practices and to tell us more about their work and about their experiences as teacher, part of an eTwinning school. Of course, we would like this to be an interactive and collaborative event. That's why we invite you to always keep an eye on the chat and to post there your comments, your thoughts throughout the duration of the event. We'll make sure we will be reading you and we will try to address all your comments and all your questions, if any, towards the end of the event. Before we officially start, just practical information for you. Someone was asking in the chat if we have certificates. So this is a nice and informal event for all of us to gather together before the end of the year. And as I was saying before, to celebrate our achievements. So we don't consider this as a professional development event. Therefore, in this case, no certificates are issued. It's more really for us to talk, to exchange. So feel free to get a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and get ready to spend the nice hour together in a nice and informal atmosphere. So before we hand it over to Miriam, who is our first speaker for today, Mario will join us a bit later. We have prepared for you a set of questions to get to know each other better, get to know our audience of today better. And so I propose we start with this icebreaker. Nothing crazy. We just want to know who you are. So the first question is very, very easy and is where are you from? So some of you already responded in the chat. As I mentioned before, we have people from Greece, from Romania. We have also people from Finland. And I see now Cyprus, Croatia, two people from Croatia. Great, but more to come because I see we have more people here with us today. Wow, the Basque Country in Spain, Serbia. We have again Spain. Wonderful. I see so many countries, and this really reflects the people, the user participating in eTwinning, which is wonderful. And it's really nice that we managed to get together sometimes to exchange. Okay, wonderful. We have other people from Cyprus and from Romania. Let's see. One more minute to see. Okay, we have Antonella from Italy as well. Great. So I think we can move on to the next questions as we understood a bit who we have here today and from which country. And the next question is, how long have you been part of the eTwinning community? Let's see if we have dinosaurs here or if we have newcomers. So 5 years, wonderful. 3 years, okay, so relatively new people as well. This is my 3rd year, so 3 years, wow. 5 years. Okay, so I would say the average for the time being is years, but now, yeah, we have people also with more years, 8 years, about 7 years, 7 year. Okay, that's really, really great. And then last but not least, describe your first experience with an eTwinning project in one word. So it can be anything, it can be a feeling, it can be a more practical thing, but how would you describe your experience with an eTwinning project in one word? Collaborative. Yeah, unforgettable. That's very, very nice. Exciting, exciting. Okay, challenging as well. That's fair. We have collaboration. Okay, we have more people writing, so let's wait a few more seconds. Okay, a lot of exciting, which is wonderful to hear. Motivating, motivating, new, and new experience. Okay, great. So a lot of enthusiasm in the air for the core part of eTwinning, which is running and implementing projects with your colleagues. And yeah, so we can move on. And we have prepared a second set of questions for you. Now we will dive a bit more into the area of your work, and the reason why you're here is because your school got a label in the past years. So we'll see a bit more in depth what means to be part of an eTwinning school. So what advice would you give to a teacher new to eTwinning schools? As you know, as of next year, we will run another round of labels. So we'll assign new labels to new eTwinning schools. Therefore, what kind of advice would you give to a teacher who aims at applying in order to get an eTwinning school label? A teacher who is part of an eTwinning school. It can be also an advice on how she or he can motivate colleagues, other colleagues, to collaborate and to become an eTwinning school. So let's see. I think your advice are the most important thing, as you are the one already experienced as teachers working in an eTwinning school. So open mind to new experiences and accept the challenge. Be motivating. I would advise to be open-minded to start new teaching experience. That's great. Be sharing, be brave. It's really worth it. That's great to hear. Being helpful. That's very nice. Let's see if we have more advice coming. So joining an eTwinning school can be an exciting opportunity for professional growth and collaboration, hardworking as well, which is, I think, very important element. Nothing is easy, but I can assure is rewarding. Indeed, Letitia, thank you very much for typing the word I had in mind. So rewarding as well. Okay, courage. I think that's the main message that you want to give to new potential teachers. Wonderful. Then let's move to the next question. What's your go-to strategy for involving more colleagues in eTwinning activities? So did you ever implement any strategies to involve or encourage your colleagues to be part of eTwinning? Maybe new people, but also already eTwinners who are not so involved and need to be remotivated, re-engaged in projects. So what's your strategy to involve your colleagues in the activities? Let's give a couple of seconds for you to think and to type your answer in the chat. Okay, we have support. Great. I think that's the most important thing. Anything else? I'm sure you found yourself quite many times in this situation. So project related to the curriculum, not strict deadlines. We have showing the results of the eTwinning project. So to encourage colleagues maybe to join your activities, to let them know that concrete results can be really achieved. We have shared good examples of successful project. Whoa, a very, very long answer that I'm going to read. So my go-to strategy for involving colleagues in eTwinning activities is to start by showcasing the benefit through a small, successful project or a brief presentation. I highlight how it enhances teaching, fosters collaboration, and develops students' digital and intercultural skills. Then I invite them to co-plan a simple project aligned with their subject, offer support with technical aspects, and ensure shared responsibilities to make participation easy and rewarding. I think this is a very exhaustive response, so thank you very much for that, for elaborating this. That's very helpful and real nice answer. So we have also dissemination of eTwinning projects, present positive characteristics by supporting and collaborating with flexibility and adaptation. And we have more and more coming. Wonderful. Thank you very much for your interactions. It's really, really nice to see all these answers in the chat. And I would like now to move towards the end of these ice-breaking moments. So we have one last question before I break, and I give the floor to our first guest speaker for today. So what is the most rewarding part of being an eTwinning school? Let us know why you consider it to be rewarding to be a teacher teaching in an eTwinning school. Let's see, I'm very curious to know about this. Answers are coming, so I'll give you some time to reflect on that and to type your feelings and your thoughts in the chat. So we have first one, networking across Europe and finding new friends. I think that's really, really important because eTwinning is not only about project, but it's mostly about community, about collaboration, about being friends. So the most rewarding part of being an eTwinning school is the opportunity to collaborate with the international peers, fostering cultural exchange and innovation while empowering students with global perspectives. That's very nice. Collaboration with other schools enhances the European profile of our school. That's great. Also to open the doors of your school to an international environment and to really go beyond the wall of the classroom. To share collaboration and community spirit with other teachers, wonderful. The sense to be part of an European community of school. Okay, and with this final thought, I think we can close the first part, but please feel free to continue to type in the chat if you have any other answers to the questions we just posted, because it was really nice to hear all your thoughts and all your answers about that. So thank you very much to all our participants for answering. But now, without further ado, I would like to give the floor and to hear the voice of Miriam, one teacher, part of an eTwinning school, who will share with us her experience and her practices. So Miriam, without further ado, the virtual floor is yours. you can upload your presentation and let us know if you need any support.
Okay, so thank you so much. Here we go.
Wonderful.
Do you see?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, so let's go. I am Miriam Salinas. I work at a state school in Zaragoza in Spain, and I would like to share with you my experience on the European Ambassador Schools program. That's why I have give this title to the presentation, Europe at the School. So sorry. That's right. So we are very proud of it. It's a little bit complicated to participate in this program because requirements are very high. Anyway, we are in. And these programs try to develop European citizenships and European values among schools. So it's the best way to experience the European Union with your students and your colleagues. This is the main objective of this program. So here I would like to share with you my best practices on this program. I have selected three. The Europe Corner, the EU Info Point, and the European Days. Finally, I will introduce you my last eTwinning project related with this program, Euro Citizens. Sorry, let's go. So this is the first initiative, the Europe Corner. In fact, it's very easy. The main objective is to disseminate values and important information related to the European Union in a funny way. So each 50 days, students organize some activities for all the students of the school, in other words, for all the school community about these topics. They usually create, for example, a little quiz or a little game, or they create a presentation about these topics: citizenships, European Union institutions, human rights, the solidarity courts. It's very rewarding for students. They are high motivated, and we usually try to disseminate the results via website school. After that, our second initiative is the EU Info Point. This is a website where students participate of them. In fact, they create the website and they show us the most important news related with the European Parliament or the European Union. So they usually create some presentation or other content and they present it in a Google site, in a website. And in addition to that, we usually try to disseminate the results via the main screens at the main hall. By this way, we extend the results and we involve the school community. So, and we keep on with other activities. We like to celebrate the most important EU days. Like the Erasmus Day, the Suffer Internet Day, or the European Week for Waste Reduction. So in this case, students also organize activities related with this topic. We usually spend, for example, 1 week celebrating Erasmus Day or Suffer Internet Day with different activities. They love so much to organize workshops for their colleagues, or sometimes we invite some expert and they talk about their topic or their work at the European Union. And we usually we try to create some analogic results and we create a poster or infographic way. Okay, here you have some photos with the activities that we carry out. And finally, I would like to share with you which is the impact of these activities at the school. So it's extremely positive. Students are highly motivated, also teachers. We have learned to embrace EU citizenships and values in a true way. Okay, we are totally involved, and also we have increased our sense of community. We have created a fantastic team with the students and teachers, and we have developed the capacity to involve the school in the EU initiatives. In addition to that, students have become more resilient and also have developed skills related to conviviality, because usually they have to work, students from different levels have to work together and agree decisions. Okay, that's why I speak about also autonomy and cooperation. So if I have to be honest, we are very, very happy to be in this program. It's extremely, it's fantastic. So to insist on a little bit on this idea, so the most important thing is we, students and teachers, we share common goals. We work together, and we work in a different way. Okay, so we create new links between us, and this is amazing. And finally, so this school year, we are keeping working on developing activities on this project, but also we are going to try to implement all these activities in an eTwinning project. So the project is called Euro Citizens. We have a start right now, but you are invited to participate in them. Of course, it's in English language for students between 40 and 60 years old. And the main objective in this case is to work on European values, okay, like peace, equality, and so on. And at the same time, to work on the European institutions. So the main goal to finish my presentation is to, as I said before, to implement all the activities on the program in an eTwinning project with other schools. So thank you so much, and well, you are welcome to participate in these amazing activities with me or by your own. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Miriam, for presenting your practice and your experience as teacher part of an eTwinning school. We have positive comments in the chat for you. And I would actually leave some time for questions if we have any. So maybe let's give participants a bit of time to think how to phrase their questions if they have. Meanwhile, I would like to ask you, um, being part of an eTwinning school, how this um, has changed the perspective of your students, meaning how they have changed their learning approach. Yeah, being part of eTwinning more in general, how eTwinning has changed, let's say, their learning approach and their perspective. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. So when you ask about their participation on
Indeed,
eTwinning,
indeed. If this encourage them to be a bit more proactive, to participate more, to be more engaged in the lessons. So I think eTwinning helps with this as well. So we would like to know a bit more about it from your perspective. Yes.
yes. So students become more open-minded and more participative to some other aspect like collaboration and cooperation. In addition to that, they become more, how we can say, for example, they improve ICT tool skills. This is the most important point for them. They usually, at the beginning of the project, they don't feel very comfortable working with ICT tools, but at the end of the project, they admit that thanks to the training, they have learned a new APPs, no new skills related to ICT tools. And also they feel that they are not so far away from other colleagues from Europe, and other countries, and they have created new links. At the end of the projects, the experience is extremely positive. And regarding my colleagues, other teachers, um, they feel very enthusiastic regarding eTwinning projects, and they usually try to implement in their classes or in their lessons some activities. So the experience and the impact of eTwinning at the school is extremely positive.
Thank you very much, Miriam. And you talked about your students, you talked about your colleagues, but what about you? Does it mean for you to be part of eTwinning, to be an eTwinner, and part, of course, of an eTwinning school, but first of all, to be an eTwinner? How this has changed your teaching approach?
So for me, I mean, I have no words because, well, I am a twinning ambassador. And for me, was a real change in my way of teaching. Okay, for me, well, an extremely positive experience. It modified my way to give lessons, to do activities, to discover other instruments. So, well, I have no words to thank you, Twinning. Also because it helped you a lot to me to improve my skills as a teacher in general. But I highly recommend to work on eTwinning. I can write a full book about it. I mean, I have no words. I am very, very thankful.
Thank you very much, Miriam, for this kind word. And I think you are doing a really good job. And it's really nice to have you as part of this community. And actually, we have one more question from the audience. So, what do you teach? Which subject?
Yes, I am a geography and history teacher.
Okay.
So I would like to point that no matter what subject do you teach, no matter eTwinning is for you. Okay.
Can be always integrated in the curriculum, no matter
Of course.
the subject. Oh, yeah. It's a
Totally.
transversal approach.
Totally. So I highly recommend, no matter the subject you teach. Trust me.
Great. Congratulations, Miriam. There are comments for you in the chat, so I invite you to read them. And yeah, I think now we can move on to our next guest speaker because I think Mario joined us. Mario, please raise your hand or open your camera if you're here with us. So,
yeah, I have the camera
okay,
on already.
Great. Wonderful. I cannot see you for some weird reason, but maybe because Vero, can you see Mario?
No, I also cannot see him.
You are a ghost, Mario. We'll find you. Okay, I see you. I'll spotlight you for everyone, so you'll
I
be.
think there is too
Yeah.
much light here.
No, but we can see you now. I had to find you in the list. I don't know why you were not in the first page, let's say, of the. So welcome, Mario. I already told the participants that you would join a bit later. So just for you to catch up, we had some ice-breaking activities, ice-breaking questions for the participants, and then we moved on with the presentation of Miriam. So now, if you are ready, the floor is yours. Mario is also part of an eTwinning school, so he will present his practices as a teacher, also linked to this year's annual theme, if I'm not mistaken. But Mario, I'll give you the floor to let us know more. Just one question. Do you want us to upload your presentation or would you do it yourself?
It's up to you to decide. It's I have
Maybe
it here.
if you want to try, so it's easier for you than to navigate through the slides.
Let me see if I where it is.
Otherwise, we'll do it. That's
Somewhere.
not an issue.
Somewhere. I have lots of things open. Not this one. I'll share all the screen. Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, Mario, no issue. We can do that. We can see your screen actually and the presentation. So wonderful.
Okay, it's okay. It's
Yeah. Perfect. Thank you very much. So the floor is yours.
So first of all, thank you and sorry for not being earlier because I had, besides eTwinner, ex-eTwinning ambassador, I'm also and mainly a teacher. So I had classes, and in Portugal, it doesn't work as the regular schools along Europe. Usually we have classes in the morning and in the afternoon, sometimes all in the afternoon. And today I had classes in the morning and also in the afternoon, so it's quite of confusing because we don't have space enough at schools, and the classes must be organizing along the day. So this way, I will try to, according to what I've been asked for, I will try to make a mixture between a project we finished last May and this year's eTwinning theme, the citizenship education, celebrating what unites us. First, just to tell you that I'm an eTwinner since 2006. I was also an eTwinning ambassador for 6 years, from 2017 until 2023. And at the same time, and I was always a teacher, Portuguese and Italian and ICT, and also a teacher trainer. And profiting from these different subjects I teach, I always try to, at least one project a year, a twinning project I try to implement with my students. This one I will share with you. It was implemented with a 7th grade class. This means students with 12, 13 years old, Portuguese language. This year I don't have these students anymore. I only teach secondary classes from 16 until 18 years old. So what I intend to share with you is first, when we talk about citizenship education, this year theme for eTwinning, we must understand that by fostering unity, this unity that we try to bring to our schools, to our classes, and from our classes to the surrounding society, by fostering this unity, understanding, and respect among diverse cultures, we can create a more just and equitable world. And this is one of the values we must always have in mind, because the school, it's an important space, not only for the regular education of different subjects, but also attitudes, skills, and ways of being with students. Remember that lots of students spend most part of the time at school, more time at school than with their parents. So it's very important what they bring home from school, besides what they learn at home. And we are for sure have an important role on raising the kids to bring a better and united world. We also can provide or allow students to be more active as citizenships, and remember that active citizenship always plays a crucial role in this process of unity. And finally, by empowering young people to become active citizens, we can inspire positive change. I always tell my students that the world, in particular Europe, doesn't end after Lagos. Lagos is my city in southwestern part of Portugal, and for lots of them, it's something they listen when they heard some news about what's happening in Ukraine or in Russia or in Romania or in Italy. For them, it's quite far away, and they don't have this. Some of them don't say, "Oh, it's so far away." So what does it have to do with me? And this is something we must change. We must talk with them, work with them, involving them in different projects. By using, for instance, eTwinning, involving different countries from different parts of Europe, so they can learn that there are equals in different countries who have different beliefs, different culture, different ways of dealing the everyday lives at school, at home. There are similar things their colleagues used to do, but this must be discussed and must be worked also within our classes. Otherwise, we are cultivating, not the right word, but we are providing saying them that we are like isolated islands, and this cannot happen. We are part of a global world, and they must learn, they must be aware that there are lots of things that can be shared and should be shared along all students, all people from different parts of Europe and the world. This was just to start and to talk a little bit about this citizenship education. And what I thought about this presentation was to bring this project. As I told you, we have started last September and it was supposed to end in February, but we came out with new activities and the project ended only last May, so May 24. And why this project? Because even if we were working about well-being at school, the last year theme for eTwinning, after revisiting the project, I found that some of the topics were related also to the theme of this year. That's why I will try to profit from this project to show that even if we are working under a specific theme, sometimes lots of other things are also worth, even if we don't are really aware at that moment. And this was what happened with the boosting well-being at school. There are different topics we have worked with students along almost 8 months that are really related and are connected with this annual theme for 24-25. Especially this celebrating what unites us. So this project, let me take this out from here. This project involved nine countries and 10 schools. I was the co-founder. The founder was a colleague from Turkey, Nasip, and then we had also another colleague from Turkey, another one from Romania, Italy, Greece, Spain, Lithuania, Croatia, and Latvia. It was quite a big project, involved around more than 100 students, this age from 12 to 15. And why this amount of countries? Because some of us already knew from different projects we have implemented in the past, and also because it was important to have more realities, more cultures, more countries working on this well-being topic at school. The main objectives of the project were to be actively and meaningfully engaged in academic and social activities, to feel safe, valued and respected at school, to have positive self-esteem, self-efficacy and sense of autonomy, to have positive and supportive relationships with teachers and peers, to feel a sense of belonging to their classroom and school, and finally to feel happy and satisfied with their lives at school. A possible relation with among these objectives and this year topic is that the majority of these objectives, even if were initially thought to be related with well-being at school, lots of them are also very close related with citizenship education. By fostering safe and inclusive environments, students were encouraged to develop autonomy and positive self-esteem, and also the project emphasized strong relationships between students and teachers, building trust and collaboration, which are topics crucial for creating a sense of belonging and satisfaction in school life. Main topics. Be active, or main themes of the project, it was divided in 5 parts. Be active, connect, take notice, keep learning, and give to the others. when we talk about citizenship education, we must always think that this topic plays a vital role in preparing young people to navigate an increasingly interconnected world. What does it mean? It means that only the scholastic knowledge, it's not enough for them to survive. We must work with them every day, different skills, in order for them to contact and to have a better connection with the surrounding world outside school. Because at school they are always very controlled, not in the bad sense, but everything is so strict. They pass from mother tongue language to foreign language to mathematics to ICT, wherever. So this is all very schematic and very well organized. But if we don't prepare them how to use this knowledge, how to survive outside classroom, then we see that lots of kids don't know how to interact with their peers outside school or to adults or to other people. So this is something we must also prepare and use these kind of projects to help them to increase their skills in order to succeed when they finish school or even when they are along their scholastic path. This topic also teaches empathy, respect for cultural diversity, and the sense of shared responsibility. And finally, the boosting well-being at school project translate these abstract values into concrete experiences, because along 8 months, it allowed and it offered students a space to practice and internalize these principles through meaningful collaboration. So by collaborating with kids, with colleagues of the same age from other countries, from 8 different countries, they had the chance to see parts of their classroom, how they work daily in different subjects, such as foreign languages, sciences, physical education, so they can also compare. And sometimes kids always say, oh, I don't like my school because this or that. And this way they have the opportunity to share these experiences with their colleagues. And some of them learn that probably their beliefs about their own school were not properly correct, and this was also an opportunity for them to give an extra punctuation to their own schools, and to recognize that usually the school where they are and they work and where they spend so many hours a week, it's a safe space and can be safer, great space to share experiences, to share their beliefs, to share their thoughts, to share their ideas, and also to share their projects. So this was one of the major gains, one of the major results we had at the end of the project. Regarding the 5 main topics of the project, the first one was to be active. And by this topic, we tried to bring kids out from a regular classroom to the outside, and to start looking around and profiting from what the open air spaces outside school and outside classroom and also outside school could bring as a positive things to them. Mainly physical activities like meditation or trekking were promoted, and we were managed to create different activities promoting teamwork and trust among their students. One of them, this one at the middle, it was a meditation activity made outside classroom. The other, there is a physical education activity, and some pictures of study trips that were implemented by different countries. What was the result of these activities, these outdoor activities, promoting the action by the kids to make them more active? It helps students to form bonds, to create relationship, to develop resilience and release stress, especially these meditation activities we've tried to promote with the help of some colleagues, because there are some moments where they and we as teachers also need to stop for a moment, to breathe, to close our eyes and to look without looking, to think what's happening, what can be improved, what can be changed, the way we are dealing, the way we should be dealing with the others. So this is one of the activities we try to promote with students on this main topic, be active. The second one, to connect. What did we try to do was to create meaningful relationships. And to do this, students exchange postcards with their peers from different countries, from different partner schools, where they learned about their cultures, what communication skills, because they had to write in English. So this was a perfect moment for them to develop their skills on this foreign language. There were also anti-bullying seminars that foster a cooperative school environment, highlighting the importance of kindness and empathy, because I don't know if I think our school is not different from the majority of other schools, but once in a while we have some bullying cases, and we try to solve them as better as we can. But it's always important to have 10 moments along the scholastic year to talk a little bit about this bullying or anti-bullying. It doesn't have to be a seminar for all the school. It can be just a moment with one class, one day, another class with another day. But just to have them to express their thoughts about this topic, because if we don't talk about it, they sometimes forget, and these bullying actions may happen.
Hi, Mario. Sorry to interrupt you, but we cannot hear you very well. So maybe if you could turn off your camera, because I think the connection is not the best.
Let's try to do a different.
Sorry, turn off the camera.
Yeah, because sometimes my connection is not.
Yeah, we cannot hear you that well.
So
But
let me try to change my internet connection. Just give me a moment. Where it is. Just a minute. Yeah, sorry, but I cannot see myself in the picture. That's why I was still.
okay, I think we lost Mario, but probably it's just changing his connection, so he should be back in a minute. We can wait for him for sure. Meanwhile, I would like to remind all of you that if you have any questions, you can post them in the chat, and we will be reading you. And Marco is back. Mario is back. Sorry. Hi, Mario. All good.
Hello.
Okay, we can hear you. You're back.
I've already changed my connection. Is it better now?
Yeah, it is better indeed.
Okay, I'm still sharing the screen, I
Yes.
think.
Yes.
Okay,
If you
so I
could
was
just
saying,
put it, yeah, okay, perfect. Go ahead.
because sometimes my internet connection doesn't work properly,
No
so I have to
problem.
change
No
to another
problem.
one. So I was telling on this topic to connect, besides these exchange postcards activities or anti-bullying seminars, the students have the opportunity to interact with international guests during sessions, and also discussing cultural differences and similarities. Here we have some of the activities they have implemented along these 8 months, and they have the opportunity to share with their colleagues. What we in particular the kids have gained with these exchanges. Not only broaden their horizons, also deepen their appreciation for the diversity, reinforcing the idea of learning. So it's relevant to this topic, citizenship education. We must learn that we are not isolated as a person, as school, as country, but we are part of a larger community. And this is what we always try to implement, to work with the kids while implementing eTwinning projects, and this was no exception. Then the third theme was take notice, and what we've tried to do was to implement activities like planting earth or observing their growth, or drama workshops where students practiced mindfulness and developed a sense of responsibility. The result of these activities was the encouragement that they allow students to be encouraged to take notice of the world around them, fostering a deeper connection to their environment. So always the same topic. Even if with this project we're talking mainly about well-being, all these things that were implemented have something to do with this citizenship education. Another topic was keep learning. And why keep learning? Because even for us as adults, it's very important to keep in mind that lifelong learning is at the heart of an active citizenship. And even if we have already lots of training, lots of experiencing as teachers, as trainers, as project managers, whatever, I always try, and I think the majority of the colleagues do this, always try to improve my skills, to get involved in different learning courses, or attending different seminars, or because there is something new to learn, even if the topic is the same. We will meet different people, and by meeting different people, we have the opportunity to share other information, to learn something about these new people. And that's why lifelong learning is so important, not only for us as teachers, as teacher trainers, as leaders of projects, but also to the kids. And within this project, boosting well-being at school, what were the results of this topic? We have worked on this book, this Fahrenheit 451, where they have explored themes such as censorship, the free thought, and societal responsibility. There were also promoted discussions, enhanced critical thinking, and opened up dialogue about real world issues. Because one of the important things to have in mind is that sometimes we work with the kids, not always, but sometimes we work with the kids artificial topics just created to have this class developed. But most important is to bring to our classes real world issues, the things that are happening now, and the things the kids must learn these things, must think about them, and must have a perspective, and must share with the others what are their beliefs about what's happening in the real world. And this is something we've tried to implement well, along this project. We also implemented the peer learning, because they had the opportunity to work not only with their colleagues inside each school, but also with the colleagues from different schools. Students were taught also things like chess. They had practical activities, not in all schools, but in different schools, and collaborated on creative writing tasks. Finally, these activities fostered leadership, communication, and mutual respect. Once more, we can see that some of these topics are really related with this year, 24-25, eTwinning main topic, the citizenship education. Finally, the last topic of the project was give to the others, where we And why this? When we look at this topic, give to the others, we must think that, have in mind that generosity and empathy are the key to building stronger communities. Under the theme Give to the Others, students participated in Martinit's activity, crafting symbolic tokens of friendship. And these tokens not only express gratitude, foster the culture of appreciation and connection. The act of giving helps students understand the importance of contributing to others' well-being and reinforce the value of empathy and citizenship. It is also important to know that among these activities, I would like to address two in particular. One is this where we have this panda, where a raise fund activity was created in Turkey to support this specific cause. At the local level here in Portugal, we contacted the local veterinary in order to support the abandoned cats, because we have different colonies of cats in the city, different parts of the city, and of course they have to be fed, and sometimes there are not food enough. This way, we are the kids involved in this project to create this campaign to support these colonies. So this way they learned about what's happening in the city that lost, I think the majority have no idea about these colonies, these cat colonies. There is also dogs colonies, abandoned animals that are in different parts of the city. And by getting involved in this project, and in particular in this activity, they learn something new, and they have this sense that it's important to contribute to community by they were not obliged to give money or to give food, but they managed to create all the campaign inside school, create some posters to announce the campaign. Then they decided to invite the veterinary to come to the school and to explain about these colonies, what they do in the municipality veterinary place, and all these activities. So this way, we somehow bring the outside to the inside of school, and also we took the
Hi,
inside
Mario.
school to the outside.
Sorry
Yeah.
to interrupt you. We need to wrap up because we still have 3 minutes.
Okay, I'm
And maybe,
just
yeah,
finished.
just to close. Yes.
Just finished. Okay, finally, mainly the main products. We had this manifesto of children's rights, and also this multilingual dictionary, all activities that involve different students from different partner schools. Finally, I will pass the students' impact. I will go directly to the final part of the presentation. What does this have to do with the team? By presenting this project, we also must have in mind that these are some inspiring projects we can create according to this citizenship education celebrating what unites us, such as cultural exchange projects, global challenges and solutions, human rights and social justice. All this will be available. So then I think the organizers of the event can share the presentation. Sorry. Some engaging activities we can implement: online quizzes and games, collaborative storytelling, virtual field trips, language exchange, and social media campaigns. Finally, fostering effective collaboration and impacts. We must have this cultural sensitivity, implement inclusive practices, to promote an authentic learning, also the digital citizenship. Don't forget the assessment and the evaluation. And finally, but not the least, to have a good collaboration communication process along any project we may have in mind. So it was it. Thank you for the. I tried to be. I didn't know it was so shortened, so I tried to talk a little bit faster. I
No
think it
worries,
was
Mario.
not
Thank you.
too.
Thank you very much, still. It was great. And thank you very much for accepting our invitation and for participating in this year-end gathering for eTwinning Schools teacher. Okay, yeah, the reason why I didn't want to interrupt you, I really apologize, but the reason why I did it, it's because we would like to close all together with another set of questions. Therefore, if you could stay with us for 3 more minutes, I'll give the floor to my colleagues, Veronica, who will present some more questions for you to close with. So thank you again, Mario
Okay.
and Miriam, for being with us. Vero, the floor is yours. I know you have
Thank you.
prepared the slide.
Yes.
Yes.
So I will share my screen really quickly here. Can you see?
Yes, we can see it perfectly.
Okay, so you can join the Slido here using the QR code or with the link that I will share on the chat. And we will see some questions related to the annual theme. There we go. I shared the link on the chat. Thanks, Marta. Marta shared the code also.
Yes, so you can use either the link or the code.
Yes. Okay, I can see some answers already. So the first one is, which pillar of citizenship education are you focusing on this year? So if you are preparing a project or some activities to include in your classroom. Okay. I can see that active citizenship is the leading one, but very close European values and developing critical thinking. Okay, back to active citizenship. Okay. So I think we can move now maybe to the second question, which is, which skills do you think students develop most through citizenship education? So here we want to have your answers. You can type and let us know. Critical thinking. I can see people are typing. Let's see the answers that come in. Solidarity, empathy, collaboration. These are really good answers. Collaboration seems to be the most popular one. Cultural awareness thinking. Okay. I can see some more people typing. Respect. Okay. Problem solving, teamwork. Okay, there are many answers here. Active citizenship, respecting, teamwork. Okay, so I think we can move to the third and last question, which is, what are your tips for fostering critical thinking in students? So this is one of the pillars of the annual theme, as we said. So what is your suggestions or your advice to encourage students to think critically and develop this skill? Analyze situations, okay. Promote students' engagement. Check sources of information, okay. Thinking critically. Foster critical thinking in students. You can ask open-ended questions to encourage analysis and exploration. Promote debates and discussions on diverse topics. Use real-world problems to apply critical thinking skills. Encourage questioning of assumptions and sources. Model critical thinking by explaining your reasoning process, and provide feedback that challenges students to think deeper. That was a very complete question. Answer, sorry. Thank you. give positive feedback, case studies, encourage deep thinking, engagement, problem-solving activities. Okay, these are very good questions, answers. Thank you very much. And I see one more person typing. Inquiring, okay. Well, thank you for this, for giving us your suggestions and your advice. Now I will give the floor back to Marta because I think we need to close the event.
Thank you, Vero. Thank you very much indeed. So thanks to all of you for joining us today and for interacting with us, responding to all our questions. That was amazing. We will also collect some of your answers and we will create a nice poster that we will publish on the groups. So stay tuned. I would like to thank once again Miriam for being with us and Mario as well for presenting during this session. And remind all of you that the recording will be available and posted on the group as of the next day. So as I wrote in the chat, thank you very much for joining this event and I wish you all a nice holidays break and see you in January with new adventures. So take care and bye-bye everyone. Have a good evening.
Bye. Thank you for the invitation.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.